The Nazareth Area School District has had a history of supporting professional development for teachers through varied opportunities. Since the initiation of Act 48 requirements, teachers and administrators have collaborated to design a professional development structure to meet the demands of Act 48, yet maintain a focus on best practice and meeting the needs of teachers. The current strategic plan includes a professional development goal focused on providing opportunities for teachers to enhance their instructional skills and meet the expectations of the district and its students. Teachers, teacher leaders, and administrators have clarified and defined needs and focus areas for measuring and providing support for student learning and growth through enrichment and intervention. There is no one who denies that in both business and education, there are often buzzwords that cycle with trends. For many years, we have heard of best practice in terms of instruction and professional development in education. Business and industry publications now refer to innovation in a new marketplace as focusing not on best practices, but on next practices, as first coined by C.K. Prahald in a 2004 article entitled Co-Creation Experiences, the Next Practice in Valued Creation. In order to meet the goals of professional development and the learning required within the 21st century, it has become apparent that Nazareth Area School District needed to focus on next practices. Linda Darling-Hammond and N. Richardson, in their education leadership article, Teacher Learning, What Matters, have indicated that in a review of 9 studies, Yan, Duncan, Lee, Scarless, and Shapley found that sustained and intensive professional development was related to student achievement. The 3 studies showed professional development lasting 14 or fewer hours showed no effects on student learning, whereas other studies of programs offering more than 14 hours of sustained teacher learning opportunities showed significant positive effects. The largest effects were found for programs offering between 30 and 100 hours spread out over 6 to 12 months. One of the next practices, described in any publication describing professional development for educators, has stressed the need for professional learning communities, or PLCs, going as far to say that PLCs are really the new paradigm for sustainable and successful professional development. Darling-Hammond and Richardson have written, taken together, the research described here points to the effectiveness of sustained, job-embedded, collaborative teacher learning strategies, an approach that meets these criteria and that has been increasingly featured in the literature is the professional learning community. In this model, teachers work together and engage in continual dialogue to examine their practice and student performance and to develop and implement more effective instructional practices. In ongoing opportunities for college work, teachers learn about, try out, and often reflect on new practices in their specific context, sharing their individual knowledge and expertise. The professional development structure put forth is designed to evolve into a model supported by research and next practice. Starting with the 2011-2012 school year, there are no longer 10 set professional development days and building focus or district focus after school meetings. There will be 3 days provided for teachers-centered activities, including room preparation, 2 at the beginning of the year, following a district and building welcome meeting on each of these days, and 1 for closing out the year after the last student day. The remaining professional development obligations will be met by satisfying 54 hours of professional development prior to May 1st. The responsibility to offer the 54 hours is the administration's. The administration will provide the following: 3 6-hour in-service days. These 3 6-hour professional development days can be obtained by attending all or part of the Volunteer Professional Development Academy workshops offered in August or the associated days in September or October. These 18 hours will be predominantly offered in workshop-type formats. 3 4-hour in-service days. These 3 4-hour professional development days can be obtained by attending professional development days offered during the summer, or these 12 hours will be offered as workshops, curriculum development, or PLCs, and may be achieved through the approval of flex hours and activities. 10 after-school sessions of no more than 1.5 hours each will be assigned throughout the course of the year and will be in support of curriculum development, PLCs, or activities associated with building and district professional development goals. These meetings will require administration notification to staff 30 calendar days prior to the required after-school meeting and will not be scheduled on Fridays. Nine building faculty meetings, September to May, one of which shall be conducted by memo attached to an email. My Learning Plan is an online mechanism for offering, registering, and tracking hours for the district. The graphic describes the opportunities to be offered to meet the 54-hour professional development requirement and how these hours apply to the 54-hour commitment. First is the Volunteer Professional Development Academy offered the last several years. 3 6-hour days will be offered in August that have a 1-to-1 correspondence to professional development days in September and October. The majority of the offerings during the Academy will be workshops centered around programs in support of the strategic plan goals for the district. Professional development workshops will be offered throughout the course of the year that may be used to flex out of the 3 4-hour day requirements. In addition, workshops will be offered specific to needs of departments or groups of teachers that may meet the 15-hour after-school session requirements. The focus of these workshops will link back to the strategic plan goals and professional development offered at the Volunteer Academy or September and October professional development days. Depending upon a curricular area's progress within the curriculum cycle, opportunities for the development of curriculum, assessments, or units of study will be offered that will either be scheduled in the format of the 3 4-hour days of professional development or in the 10 after-school sessions requirement. Professional learning communities will be established in support of strategic plan goals and initiatives within curricular areas and departments. Participants in PLCs will either apply in the accumulation of flex time for the 3 4-hour professional development days or the 10 after-school sessions requirement. Occasionally, other professional opportunities or responsibilities will be offered to apply to either the 3 4-hour professional development days or the 10 after-school sessions requirement.